it on Excel, wait, but I didn't know, we had to submit it, and I didn't know where to submit it.
Okay, Ryan, your case is the case of everyone else. That's why I created this part for you to submit for the coming lab reports. The previous ones for lab 0 week 1 and lab 0 week 2, I just wanted you to do it. If you want to submit, you can. If you don't want to submit, you can as well. Initially, I wanted you to submit under discussion board because I wanted your answer not to be private. I wanted it to be, you see, I have some unread posts. Your post I'm going to check in a moment, maybe this afternoon. So a lot of students did submit under your first assignment, or that as lab 0. Check their answers and compare yours to them. A lot of students emailed me their answer. If you want, Ryan, weren't you, Ryan, talking? Just email me your Excel. I can go over it and show you your mistakes. The point is for you to try, okay?
Okay.
Since you're talking about this, let me put this aside and go to the, not this one. Yes, lab 0. Let me hit data analysis 2 and check out what you were supposed, although I modified a little bit this slide for the other classes. You were supposed to do linear regression for those values and find R. I'm gonna ask everyone in this room. I did not check who's attending, but I will check later. Do you guys know how to plot on Excel and find the slope and do it again on the calculator and get the same answer? Did you try?
Anna, I tried it on Excel and on the calculator. They both worked.
They both worked.
Doctor?
Okay. Yes.
I have a question in that this question.
Yes.
Should we keep it in milliamps?
Okay, excellent question.
Resistance.
Excellent question. My first class in the morning, they did not see the milliampere and they did not convert, and they ended up with the wrong answer. So you have to convert.
Because I kept it as milliamps.
You can keep it milliamps, but then you cannot say ohms. You have to say volts per milliamps instead of ohms. So both answers are acceptable, but don't say ohms. So it's gonna be kilo ohms, in other words, or volt per milliamps.
Hey, that's what I said.
Yes.
I said volt per milliamperes.
All right.
And
so
I did, I did see milliamperes, but I didn't change it.
Okay, so in this case, George, I believe you. I don't see any mistake, so it's very acceptable.
Do you prefer that I change it for the lab report and I put it in ohms?
No, it's your lab report. You have the freedom to write anything you want. I'm here to show you your mistakes, and this is not wrong.
Okay, thank you.
So yes, you can keep it. I know it's not very it's not optimal to keep it in milliamperes, but it's not wrong. Why not? Why not? Keep it. Now back to you, Jean. No, I'm not gonna post the answers unless you want me to. You can simply tell me, Miss, I don't know how to solve this. Just tell me how to solve it. I'll give me the answer and I will respond immediately. But I believe the answer is already on the discussion board if you want to. So this problem is straightforward. That's why I'm not gonna post it. But if you believe there's something that is really confusing for you, I remember I already promised to post the A equals G sine alpha, the propagation of error, maybe not for your class, but I promised to post it, so I'm gonna do it anyway, although all your answers were similar, so I suppose you have not a big problem, but maybe if you see me doing it, you will feel more confident. Now for the last slide, you were supposed to find the error. How did it happen? How did you proceed? Were you okay?
Yes, مفروض.
Okay. If anyone...
Doctor?
Yes.
Yes, I know how to do the calculations on paper وهيك بس اجسام ما بعرف كيف.
Okay, anyway, everybody is doing the calculation. Please mute yourself. Yes, everybody is doing the calculation anyway on a paper. So on Excel, Maria, we were not using Excel. We were simply doing the calculation on Excel. Instead of using my calculator to say 2 times 3, I will type on Excel equals 2 times 3. So I was using my Excel just to go faster. You know what I mean? But it was simply like a paper and a calculator for me. Okay? But I believe maybe if I post my answer for this one, it will be better for everyone else. You want me to do this?
Yes, sure.
Yeah,
Why?
it's better.
No.
It's better. Maybe you can find my mistakes and I can find yours. Okay? Because I may do a mistake. So if you go over it, you can find my mistakes and I would benefit, you would benefit by finding yours. I'm done with this one. I'm going to remove it. Please, if you believe you're still stuck there, you can at any moment send me a private email telling me what your problem is. So please make sure you follow up on your mistakes and gaps. And this is optional, so I'm still under optional. Now lab 1 is no more optional, like everybody should be on track with me, and this is graded work. Let me go into, so 2 means your section, because I would love to modify it according to what you need me to. All right, so now lab 1, this is the title. It's in your schedule and in your manual. I'm gonna start discussing what is a field. So anybody would speak up? What is a field? Or can you give me examples of fields?
Electric field, magnetic field.
Magnetic field.
Electric field, magnetic field. Anything else? Gravitational field. You guys are experts in gravitational field. And you became expert when you turned 8 months old. Weren't you throwing those spaghetti on the floor?
ولا football field فينا نقول كمان.
Yes, we can say football field as well. So you guys, my question for you is, how do you know if a field, let's say gravitational field, exists around you? You cannot see it, you cannot smell it, you cannot touch it. It's around you. How do you know it exists?
Because we're not floating around.
Okay. But how do you know there's no electric field around you?
I can't.
Actually, you can.
I can.
Maybe there's an electric field around me. Can I prove its existence, and how? No answer. So the best way to know if field exists or not, we'd rather use a test something. Okay, so let me try to write this down. Yeah. Okay, so I need a test charge, and I need to understand what is a source charge as well. Okay, a source charge as well. So the source is the one that would create the field, and the test charge is the one that would feel the field between parentheses. So that would experience the force coming from the field. Let me now stress on the electric field. Let's say I have 3 sources of electric field, or not yet, this one. Let me check this one. Here they're comparing the gravitational field to the electric field. If you have Earth, and Earth is the source of mass, you see that the gravitational field is radial and inward. If you have an electric charge, you have 2 cases. You have a positive charge and a negative charge. In this case, you cannot have a negative mass, not yet. And you can see that the electric field is also radial and pointing outward. In this case, the electric field is radial and pointing inward. You see that the electric force and the gravitational force are very similar. The gravitational field and the electric field are very similar. They are both inversely proportional to the distance squared, proportional to the source, and the force itself depends on the test mass or the test charge. So since you guys are expert in the gravitational field, maybe we can apply it to the electric field. Now in this case, you see that you have 3 different charges. Can you tell me if the charges are positive or negative?
The 3 of them are positive.
Why?
Because yes.
Because the electric field lines are pointing outward. Can you tell me which charge has the strongest magnitude?
Charge zero.
Yes, because the reason is
More arrows pointing outward.
exactly the number of field lines, or the density of field lines, is proportional to the strength of the source. All right, this is the case if you have two sources. You guys, are you still listening to me?